EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California, fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Check 52, come on. Let's go, set up. It's our time. Check.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Bissett. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Benjamin. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta!
Throwing, Rivers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Black 15! 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Orange 5-4.
Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Delta!
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Benjamin's got it. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Brissett. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Brissett. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the Chargers' 9-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Here's Brissett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Brissett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
1st down, Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
1st down, Colts.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Marlon Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrive at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board knowing
Looks like soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let him know.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. That one intended for Keenan Allen, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's Gordon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers in Wisconsin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, Rivers completes it to Benjamin. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
I can't believe they even let you play. Watch the safety creep.
The sweep, Hilton with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. On play action, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you big.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Joey Bosa giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
58's the month. 58's the month. Watch the run. Watch the run. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check.
Now Brissett. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Rivers. Allen's got it complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Let's go, let's go.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rivers with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Rivers, he'll get this to Eckler, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 21 yards away, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Big air, big air, big air.
Brissett now. He's going to go deep for Funchess. It's caught inside the 25. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Get in the right room. Get in the right room. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. You can't hit him.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's get it.
Black 11!
54. Hey. Out.
Buffalo one. Wait, 89!
On 3rd-and-1, here's Rivers. Inman able to bring it in. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
12 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Set 180! 180!
54. Watch QB jump.
White!
Right there.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Gordon on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Shot! Brownie!
Right here, right here. Man left, man left. Everyone
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Rivers from the gun on third down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Here's Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. On third down, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw, Brissett. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, turn up.
To throw is Brissett. That ball is caught. It's Doyle. Touchdown, Colts. Jack Doyle, 28 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And caught by Henry. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Red Delta! Bravo!
Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's able to find Inman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Staying on the ground with man. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down. Check, crunch. Switch.
Now Brissett on 4th down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And no, it's incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set, block 15.
54. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, switch gears.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Can you join my online franchise?
Mike 5-4. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Rivers on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. So for